okay and that you were okay?
I'm fine. I'm trying to find emergency housing.
As I walked over there, she said, I'll give you, if you give me $500 right now, you can have it. I said, have what? She said, have her.
Just because a baby cries doesn't mean that they're in trouble.
Sometimes some mothers make dumb choices that make them unqualified to be called one. From gross stupidity to downright reckless parenting. Here's what happens when cops arrest some of the dumbest mothers ever.
Screaming at me, her mother, who pushed her out of her my vagina. I got 13 goddamn stitches.
She needs to be responsible, but she's acting like a child, and she didn't like it. I was driving, and she pulled my hair and started hitting me.
I'm fired from my job. I'm done. Yeah, I am.
It's just a misdemeanor charge.
It doesn't matter. I'm on probation.
Here are wild moments when cops arrested the dumbest mothers. Kicking off with the case of a dumb mum who figured the best way to make headlines was to rough up her boyfriend during a heated argument, then call the cops like she was the victim.
Why is her last day free?
Because she's about to be on papers or something, so she has to get high.
What happened right here, man?
I bite mine from her.
Bag is how his TikTok got tore too. Because I did that.
On July the 5th, 2022, Georgia police responded to a distress call from a woman claiming that she was in the middle of a domestic dispute. Officers rushed over, ready to protect her from a potentially dangerous situation. When they arrived, it became crystal clear. She wasn't the victim, but someone else who needed saving.
Once again,
How you doing?
not too damn good, sir.
Go back to the house, okay? Just for a minute.
Yeah, because it's broken glass all right here.
All right, just go back over there.
Go over there.
How you doing, man?
How you doing?
Here we are again.
I'm good. No
What happened?
hands, no problems. I didn't do nothing, sir. I can't rip myself, sir. She
You're right.
ripped myself, she pushed me, she shoved me, and she grabbed my neck. And I was wondering what the hell was wrong with her. And I kept on asking questions, what is wrong with her? She grabbed me by my neck a couple of times,
Let me
and I
see.
kept on
Take your
telling
hands off. There you go. So tell me what's going on, man.
I did not put my hands on her at all,
Okay,
sir.
I believe you.
Yes. No, sir.
You already.
I got witnesses.
Stop for a second.
I ain't do nothing. She stood up here and talking about me snatching the car seat away from that. No, didn't happen. No, sir, didn't happen. She got my phone. She has my phone.
She grabbed your
phone?
phone?
She has one of my other phones, and I asked her where it was at. She walked up the street and then she did a whole circle round. It's probably not in the house. She a lot of shit. She put her hands on me, and I don't know where the hell all this shit came from. She is very.
I remember dealing with you before. So why did she get mad tonight?
She got mad tonight because I don't know. Because I sat up here and I got mad. I got mad and I kept on asking her that I kept on telling her I want to leave. The neighbors watch her throw my bags across the parkway, and I kept on asking her, "Why are you throwing my bags? Why are you throwing my stuff?" Man, and then I left.
Are you guys staying together? Do you guys live together?
Yes, sir. I stay here. I stay here every day.
What?
It started because she was already belligerent and she wanted to get high because this is her last day free. So it's
why?
her last
Hold
day
on.
free
Why is her
has-
last day free?
Because she's about to be on papers or something, so she has to get high. She need to be high all the time. Hey, how you doing?
What's going on, man?
You're back again. I didn't do nothing to her. She grabbed me, she's belligerent, she's drunk, and she's outraged.
What I need to understand is, what was the argument about?
The argument is about her trying to get high. She's trying to get high because she's trying to figure out her next movement or her next plan or her next move. I don't know what it is. It's on something.
Okay,
And
you say she's getting on papers. What does that mean?
papers are her next movement to the next DUI court because she's been drinking a lot.
At this point, the officers decided to hear from an eyewitness, and what they were about to learn would clear up the situation.
What's going on? Good evening. May I approach?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Did you get a chance to see what the argument was about? Not so much as to why they were arguing, but when they got physical, I mean...
No, there was no physical competition. Just argument. Whatever they talk about a physical altercation, I didn't see that.
All right.
Just seen them argue.
Okay, just argument.
Yeah, just
Did
argument.
they get physical in any way, shape, or form?
I didn't see him touch nobody. I ain't gonna tell you.
How about her? Did she touch him?
Like we said, we didn't see nothing. Oh,
When it comes to domestic, people do go to jail for A or B reasons. Now the question is, does the right person goes to jail? And that's why I'm asking you, if you had the chance to see, did you, I don't want you to say something that you didn't. She pushed him a couple of times?
That's how I sure get ripped up. But he didn't hit her. I didn't see him hit her.
So she pushed him a couple of times,
right?
right?
So happened to walking out the door.
All right.
Okay, that's about as far as that. But I didn't see him racist.
What is your last name, ma'am?
Oh,
no. No, okay, no problem. No problem. No problem. That's all I need. Thank you, ma'am. I'll leave you guys alone, okay?
You scratched up or anything, man? What happened right here, man?
A bite mark from her. And I kept on telling her, I was like, I don't know what she tripping about. She said, I didn't bite you. Like, yes, you did.
The officers tried to piece everything together from what they'd seen and heard, but one question still didn't add up. Why would she call the cops knowing that she was the guilty one? Finally, they decided to hear her side of the story, hoping to get an answer to their question. That was when they realized she was more prepared than they thought.
Hey, what's going on tonight?
Alright, so I was in my bed asleep. He had left earlier this afternoon.
Okay.
Because I was every in the world. So I told him to leave. He left. I went to sleep. I got woke up to her kicking me in the bed. Saying, "Godmama, Mr. Dominique's here." So I uncovered my head, and he snatched the phone from underneath my head because I had it underneath my head. And obviously he had called me 1,001 times, and I was out there. I didn't hit the phone. So that pissed him off even more, and made me even more of a wait, stop. So when I woke up, he had took the phone, which is it's his phone. He paid for the phone. It's in his name, but he bought it from me. So he took that and he took the. So I woke up pissed off. I walked to the store, to the BP, and bought me a Black and Mild. In that parking lot down there, he tried to run me over with his car. I told him that he needed to go park that before he got in trouble because he's not even supposed to drive. Got into the store, the lady in the store, the clerk at the store, she's like, "What's going on with your boyfriend? Why is he acting all crazy and stuff?" I don't know. Shit, I just got woke up from my sleep. And she was like, "Well, why are you buying a Black and Mild?" Because the stupid took my too. So I walked back. He still followed me all the way back home. When I got here, I tried to take my baby's car. He came in the house to get his clothes. I let him get his clothes and his shoes because he does have a key. Walked back outside. He left again with no headlights on. I screamed in the middle of the street to cut the headlights on, you stupid. Then he swarmed back down the street driving backwards, and I was like, "Well, let me get my baby's car seat." He ran over my foot. I doubt that it's even red. I don't know. Well,
yeah, I don't see anything.
No, I don't either. But he did. The tire slightly ran over my toes, and the car seat's gone. I don't have a car seat. He says it's upstairs. He never went upstairs. And a matter of fact, I know he never went upstairs, but can you mind just double checking, just in case he did a Houdini act? But that's a $500 goddamn car seat. Excuse my language.
Sorry.
And I need my baby's car seat.
Okay. So, how did things get physical?
Oh, because when he pulled back up and said that I bit him, I ain't never been here for me to touch you. He was starting to get out the car with that black bag right there, I guess that he had just bought from the store, and I thought he was going to hit me with the bag, so I snatched his bag, and when I snatched the bag, is how his tank top got tore too. Because I did that. When I grabbed the bag, because I thought he was going to sling it, and the tank top got grabbed too. So that's how the top of that got ripped. And I got smashed, whatever, right here inside my face. The EMS and the officer said that it didn't really look red or nothing. Yeah. So the bag fell, and he pulled up, and then he backed up because I told him that I was on the phone with the police. I had already threatened that I had the police on the way, hoping that he would just be smart and just leave and go to. He should have never came in here waking me up and snatching shit because you're drunk.
Okay. So you don't know how the bite mark happened at all?
No, and I guarantee you, my teeth will not match up to that shit.
Okay. I mean, he does have a mark.
Well, I didn't do it.
It looks like a potential bite. So.
Well, I didn't do it.
Okay.
And I can put I'll give you a mold of my teeth right now. No.
Okay.
I got buck teeth, and I guarantee them teeth marks ain't no buck teeth marks. He was with his Uncle Red earlier, and his Uncle Red's girlfriend, Tika Chica or something like that. I know that they beat, so he probably got in a fight with that bitch. She probably bit him. I don't know. I really don't give. what happened to the he just needed to get the from my damn house. Because he done pushed the door in. My door's already up from him the last time. I just went to court with this man last week and dropped the contact order. Because I thought it was getting better.
Okay.
But obviously it's not. So he just needs to go and get the phone and stay the phone. He got his shit. He needs to go.
Okay.
He's got his phone. He took his phone and everything else. Then he said I stole his phone. I'm gonna steal your phone when you took the phone that you bought me. I use Wi-Fi to call y'all.
Gotcha.
Piece of shit Wi-Fi that.
At that moment, she knew that this was her chance to seal her fate. Her script was already written, and she just needed to deliver a flawless performance to pull it off.
So run me through how things got physical again with the bag and all that.
He pulled back up after I got back from the store. Like I said, he followed me back from the store.
Okay.
And down there on that corner, because I instead of coming back this way, I came back that way to try to duck and dodge because I have more yards to run into. If he did follow me, okay. I can run up in yards and hoping that he would have hit a tree, to be honest with you. Trying to hit me right there on that corner. He threw something out the car. I want to say it was like a plastic bottle or a top. I think it was a top. It wasn't a bottle. It was like a plastic top or something. Okay. But regardless of that, I stood on the corner right there by that light pole for a few minutes. And then he came down here. When he got right here, I hauled down here and I was screaming to call the police. Just call the police. Just call the police to her. And when it got right here, actually his car was right there where the police car is, facing the same way. And he went to go get out of his car. No, actually, I'm sorry. It was right here because of the way the beer is. The car was up a little bit more. When you open the driver's door, you can walk right up this damn sidewalk. He grabbed the bag, and it looked like what I thought at first that he was going to try to come inside and sit and cool and calm down. But then he raised his hand with the bag. So at that, I did like this, and I tried to grab the bag out of his hand to move it from my face. That's a whole six-pack that just got busted.
Okay.
So when I grabbed the bag, it grabbed the corner of his tank top, and it tore.
Okay.
But that's how the beer fell and how the tank top got tore. But I can guarantee you on my life, my teeth don't match the bite mark.
All right. Well, just go ahead and have a seat for me real quick. I'll be right back with you, okay?
She had the officers second-guessing themselves, trying to figure out who was really in the wrong. But to get to the bottom of it, they pulled a move she never saw coming. They went straight to the neighbors and her boyfriend, cross-examining them. And that was when the truth started to unravel.
So we can ask her, because she's saying that she didn't bite him. It ain't from her. So yeah. I had a question for you, man. That bite mark, how exactly did that happen?
What bite mark?
You said you got bit on the side?
Yeah.
How did she bite you?
She bit me earlier. She bit me earlier when I was trying to get my shit out of the house. And I was just trying to grab myself, and I kept on telling her, like, please stop. Okay. And she said, I didn't bite you. She said, arr. She kept on doing some outrageous bullshit. And then I was like, you bit me. And I was like, look. And then my mama seen it. My mama took a picture of it.
Finally, the truth was out, and she was going to face the consequences of her dumb actions.
Sir, if you go back over there, can you hand that to him? Because this is, I guess he dropped it when he grabbed all the stuff.
Can you put out the cigarette, please?
Am I getting arrested? That's what's happening?
Yeah, so unfortunately, all right, so we've determined through witnesses and through the testimonies between you and him that you were the predominant aggressor in this fight.
I'm questioning, how is that?
So the witnesses that saw everything that we talked to, along with what you stated and along with what he stated, you basically started the fight and kept it going with the pushing and shoving.
How did I push and shove? That's what I want to know. I don't mind saying it up.
We'll figure it out in a minute. So just go
all
ahead.
right. So what are we doing with the kids?
So we're gonna get your sister.
Put the cigarette out now.
My sister can't come.
Okay, just that's fine. Just
okay, that's fine. I got this. Okay, but you know who to call. Go ahead and call.
Yeah, call whoever you need to call. That's fine. Grandma or.
No, she's calling my father.
Okay, go ahead and turn around for me. All right, these aren't too tight for you, are they?
This one slightly is hitting my bone.
Rotate your wrist a little bit. There you go. That should be good.
If she can rotate it, then it's not too tight.
Out, slip out. No, I ain't slipping out. Make sure there's nothing in my pocket.
We're gonna figure that out in just a second.
596-0071.
All right, so go ahead and come with me over to my car.
Actually, if you want to take the tennis shoes back, Quay, can you give me some slides? We make it easy. I'm all for easiness.
That'll work.
Thank you, ma'am. Feels kind of pampered to have your shoes taken off. I got new seats. You know how long it's been? I've been in the damn back of the police car.
Eventually, she was charged with battery. Up next is the case of Jessica Woods, who tried to sell her 18-month-old daughter for $500. And when that failed, she simply abandoned her. Was she insane or just unbelievably dumb? Either way, the cops weren't about to let that slide.
As I walked over there, she said, I'll give you, if you give me $500 right now, you can have it. I said, have what? She said, have her. What? No. I would never sell my child.
On March the 5th, 2024, a welfare call was made to the Palatka Police Department regarding a woman later identified as Jessica Woods, who had been lurking around a business area with her 18-month-old child, both looking unkempt. Upon sighting the duo, the officer was moved with compassion and wanted to know what the issues were.
Because they were worried about the baby.
Because she's throwing a tantrum.
No, well, more they wanted to make sure the baby was okay and that you were okay.
I'm fine. I'm trying to find emergency housing.
Here, let's walk over here so we're not right in front of everybody talking. So what's the situation? What are you going through right now?
I'm going through a lot.
Like as far as housing, why are you looking for emergency housing?
Because I had a boyfriend who used to beat out of me and I don't want it around my kid.
So
Lee Conley will not take me.
Lee Conley won't take you?
No, because there was a conflict of interest to where one of their staff members told my husband where I was.
So Lee Conley, you've already dealt with them and they won't take you?
Right. I'm willing to do public assistance, public housing. I'm willing to do Mellon Manor. I don't have a ride.
Well, I know you didn't have a license for a while because we had an issue with that, so I remember that.
If you can please help me in any way.
Well, okay, so I've got our victim's advocate coming out. She's going to talk to you. She's going to bring some stuff for the baby.
Where?
She'll be coming over here. I was just on the phone with her when you walked to the bathroom. And I'll call her back and kind of update her on the situation. What was your first and last name again?
Jay Woods.
Jessica Woods, that's what it was. Okay.
I'm going to be going over to the H&R block.
Well, she's coming over here. She'll be here shortly. She's getting it back together now. She was trying to figure out to get information on
I need emergency housing.
She might be able to help you and kind of steer me in the right direction as well. Lee Conley was actually what I was going to try to recommend, but obviously that's kind of not the.
You know, just because a baby cries doesn't mean that they're in trouble. No. I'm sure you have kids.
I do. I have a son and a stepdaughter.
I can't even believe this. Who called? Am I allowed to go to H&R block? Am I allowed to go?
I've got, like I said, I've got our victim's advocate coming out here that's going to try to
Can
get
I
some
sit in the
stuff for
car or
baby.
something? I'm freezing.
I don't want to sit you in the back of my car or anything, and I can't put you in the front. Let's walk over to this parking lot and buy my car at least, that way we're not out here.
I'm freezing, and I'm quite sure that we're the only people in there were the ones who called.
I'm not sure who exactly called. All I know is they called and I came in and spoke with the staff, and they kind of gave me a rundown of the situation.
Yeah, they fed us.
Yeah. So that's at least good. You got some food, the baby got some food. Where have you been staying with the baby?
I've been staying up.
188 Manual Drive.
Is that rescue for my child?
No. They're going to a different call.
I was staying at 188 Mango Drive, and dude was crazy, so I decided to leave.
When did you leave?
I just left last night.
Okay.
And then, on top of that, can I use the bathroom, please?
What, in Coley?
No, I feel sick.
Gonna walk back in Coley's and use the restroom real quick.
Can I go in the bathroom? Can I go to the laundry mat? It's warm.
Yeah, I don't know if there's a bathroom in there.
Yeah. I just want to get in a place where I can get situated. And you know I'm an RN, right? And the only thing I'm waiting for is for my life.
While she was still in the restroom, the compassionate cop called dispatch for the agency's victim advocates to be sent to his location with baby supplies and food for her and the child, all in a bid to put a smile on her face.
Y'all making me feel great.
Oh, no. Okay. Look, don't feel like that.
This is the victim advocate that I told you I had come.
No, y'all really making me feel great. And I got 4 y'all.
No. We have a bunch of stuff for you and the baby. We have bows.
I want to bring you some stuff for you and the babies.
Yeah.
There's nothing, I promise, everything. There's food in here. I have actually new clothes for her and stuff. I promise. It's okay.
Yeah.
You want me to lay it all out right here? That way you can pick, you can change her. I have diapers, I have wipes. Do you need any wipes?
Please.
I have all this in the backpack. Yes, you can have all this in the backpack. Some of it back here.
It's just right now I'm needing a place to stay. She thinks y'all probably trying to take her away from her.
No, I'm not taking her away from mommy. Look. That's right. Mama. Hey, Mama. Do you want to change her, Jessica? You want to put an outfit on her? Which one do you want? This one I think is long.
Yeah.
So do you want one of these?
Stop, baby, please.
Having assisted her in the best possible way, the officers left her and her baby. However, she had something wild in mind for her daughter. Not even the goodwill from the cops could change it. Hours later, officers were stunned when a woman showed up at the station holding the same child with a disturbing story that left them speechless.
We're gonna take her into the classroom here and have her sit.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. We have Catherine coming over as
Catherine's
well.
gonna bring her some clothes, diapers over, but I was gonna wipe her off, but we didn't wanna wipe her off in case she had to take pictures of her, because she's,
Okay.
don't cry, sweetie.
Because she don't deserve it.
I'll come sit with you.
I'll come sit with you. I called DCF to John, and he's gonna be calling me back.
John Cofield?
Yes,
All right, I'll
supervisor.
Thank you.
You have a seat.
Like I can see right here.
Yeah, wherever you feel comfortable.
We gave her a lot of days. She got something to focus on.
What's this girl's name?
Jessica Woods.
Jessica
Woods.
Jessica Woods. You
Yes.
know her?
She's a client at my office.
Okay. Thank you so much for doing this. I know that this is way outside of what
I'm a
you...
mom first.
I understand. So we really appreciate your help. We're going to get on the phone and we're going to take the steps to make sure that nothing like this happens to this child again. So we really appreciate your help, okay?
And just real quickly, just go ahead and tell me what transpired.
First, last night, she came in, I want to say 10 minutes before we was closing, and she had the baby with her. Both of them had no shoes on. The mom. Her and Jessica walked in, and she asked me could I give her a new Emerald card, because her taxes had dropped, and she left it somewhere, or something happened with it. So I got ready to put her stuff in, and I noticed the baby had took her diaper off. And she was like pointing at her private, like it was irritating her something. So I was like, oh, maybe it's the diaper, you know, kids get irritated or whatever. She was like, she's not going to do that because I only have one diaper for her. So she put the diaper back on her. And it wouldn't, you know how the sticky side of the diaper, it wouldn't stick no more. So she like hit her. And was like, you just stupid, you shouldn't did that. And I was like, what? So I called the police. Then I'm thinking, okay, I'll leave her with the police, they're gonna do something about it. She knew one of the officers, his name was DJ, that's what she called him. And I told him you know, she struck the child and that, you know, we're concerned at this point because every time she brings this little girl, the little girl barely have clothes on. So he said he was gonna deal with it, we left. This morning I came 7 a.m. The mom, Jessica, was laying on the AC unit. And she was in a Dollar General's buggy. And it was drizzling. She was asleep and the baby was in there hollering. So then I said, do you want me to go to the store and get her some stuff and she can sit in here? And she was like, no. Do you have some money? I said, no, ma'am. I have money to get your daughter stuff. And she was like, no, you can just have her. I was like, ma'am. I said, no. I said, do you need help? Like, do you need me to call DCF so they can help you? And she said, no, don't worry about it. And she snatched her daughter out the top part and slammed her in the bottom part. Then she went to Dollar General. And that's, I guess, why they had a police report this morning for Dollar General, her throwing stuff on top of the little girl. And she came back to our job. And at this point, she's yelling at the customers in there to give her money. I said, ma'am, you gotta leave. Like, you have to leave now. She said, oh, I'm not leaving. And then took her in the bathroom and she was hitting her. I don't know why. I don't know what she did or a child can't do anything, but I'm just saying I don't know what the reason was. And she left out of there. When she left out of there, I called the police. I think the man that just came here, I waved him down the track. And I said, could you follow me? She's right there. And she literally pushed the buggy in the road and laughed at her. And then hurry up and grab her.
As the story unfolded, the list of charges against her kept piling up. Pretty soon, she'd have more than enough to earn a harsh reality check instead of any sympathy.
And I'm like, is she crazy? So at this point, I'm following her into Dollar General. I told my manager what I was doing. And I see the police officer. They were like, okay, if she's still out of the store, we can charge her. And I'm like, all the stuff she done did this baby, y'all should be charging her for that. So they said it was my word over hers. Okay, she came back. I see her walking back towards our job.
So now this was all last night?
No, this was today.
Yeah,
Okay.
some of this is from today.
Yes. So she walking past the job with some other girl, and she said, "Come here, cause I trust you. Come here." So I'm like, "Oh my God!" I asked two of my coworkers to walk out with me because I don't know what's in somebody's mind. And as I walked over there, she said, "I'll give you if you give me $500 right now, you can have it." I said, have what? She said, have her. And she put her down in the leaves. And I said, are you serious? At this time, the baby got up and she was getting ready to walk in the road. If you know Krill, it's a busy road. So she get ready, and I grabbed the baby and I picked her up and I said, I'm not giving you no money. She said, well, just have her because it's just too much for me. I said, what is too much for you? I said, do you need help? Again, I'm asking you, do you need help? And I got the baby. I was crying. I walked across the streets and I tried to wake her up. And I put her in my car and I told her she's going to be okay. This should not go on with a child.
We dealt with her this morning. We gave her clothing. We gave her a bag with all kinds of stuff. We called DCF.
Yes.
DCF went on scene and DCF did their thing and they left.
Mm-hmm.
So right now he was trying to find her to arrest her.
I've been looking for her since I spoke to you earlier.
So, and
if you see her here, she here. It's right here.
Yeah.
You can see it.
Yeah.
She elbowed her last night.
So that was from last night? Now you keep saying her. What is
Jessica
Woods? Jessica Woods.
because we did see a bruise on her buttocks and we told DCF, but yeah.
That's where I'm at with it. Where you at with it? Like, I don't understand.
Well, we have somebody, a supervisor coming now, and we should be able to take care of it. It will be taken care of right now. But we did make contact with her. Just want to let you know that it's not that we didn't do anything. We did make contact with her.
I knew
and
about.
our victim advocate gave her.
Stephen. I have. She drunk 3 cups of water. Okay. Because I gave her what I didn't know what she was allergic to, so I didn't give her no juice. Okay. But she ate a whole big bowl of oatmeal. Okay. And I fed her stuff because she was starving.
Yeah, I assume because earlier this morning they ate Coley's.
They had a free police that someone, bought for them. I had taken them, you see the backpack. I slapped it full with so I put stuff in there and I even have another sippy cup and stuff. I need to just see, I know she said she's 18 months old, so I need to go out there and get another outfit for her. I will change her up. I will even wash her if I need to because we have a shower here. Because it's probably going to be a fee for DCF to come out here.
So will DCF let me take her home?
Probably not, but I don't know if you want to wait here the entire time. I can call John, which is the DCF supervisor.
I just don't want her to have to go through those systems.
Oh, absolutely not. There might be a way. He might have to come out and look at your house, or he might. I don't know if you want to stay here. I don't know how long it is. I've been out on call for 7 hours waiting for DCF, so we can work something out. We'll figure something out.
Now they was willing to give her the money. They was like, whatever it takes for her to get away. Yeah. I was like, no, we're not enabling her.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, I was like, we're not enabling her, and we're not breaking the law for her either. I know your hands are tied this morning. I wasn't mad. I can't see how people do it.
No, I have. Since I talked to you, I've been trying to find a reason to arrest her. So I was just looking for her right before you showed up here. She stole from the dollar store, and I went to go arrest her. And I talked to the dollar store ladies, and they said, I asked them, I said, does she have a baby with her? And they said no. And that's where I was like, eh. And they said she was mumbling on something about she gave the baby to her sister for the weekend. And I was like, no, because when we spoke to her earlier, she said she didn't have anyone.
Exactly.
So it already shot red flags, and then not even 10 minutes later, I was doing something in my car, and they called and said you were here with her. And I was like,
The child was finally handed over to the Department of Children and Family, where she would be cared for.
Y'all can get my number. I will come right in.
Okay, no, that's fine. Did we get her number?
Yes, it's right here.
Yes. Okay, that's fine. So we'll take her back there. We're just gonna clean her, take pictures, and make sure she's good. And then DCF will be.
They were out there when she was trying to sell the baby.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fluff.
I did want to say that I changed her whenever I first got her.
Okay.
It was beyond soil, like
I'm sure, because the
apart.
last one that gave her a diaper was me at 10:30 this morning.
You're just.
So yeah.
I just wanted to let you know.
No, I appreciate it. I just brought all this other stuff.
One of the coworkers she ran up on, giving me a couple of $1,000.
Yeah, that's all in my statement.
Okay.
Yeah, you can keep that. Yeah.
Let me see how long I'm gonna do this, and then I'll carry
Can
it
you
back.
carry her, or you want me to carry her?
I'm good. Okay.
I promise.
Don't hurt the baby.
You're good. I promise.
I was gonna say, I can carry her for you.
And I went in there.
I'm sorry. Okay.
Come here, baby. Come here. Hey, come here. I don't know.
No, put her name.
Hey, sweetheart.
You could have kept the other stuff like upon arrival.
Who took the blanket?
We'll be right back.
The search for the dumb and reckless mother started, and with some help from the business staff, they tracked her down and apprehended her 2 days later. While in custody, she came up with a story she was convinced would get her out of the mess.
Do you have children?
Yes.
Okay, how many children do you have?
I have 2.
You have 2.
Yes.
What are those children?
One passed away, and one you guys have my daughter.
What's your daughter's name?
Giovanna Chantel Woods.
How old is Giovanna?
Giovanna's 18 months old. She's my world, and I'm hers.
Okay. Where is Giovanna?
Giovanna was supposed to be returned to me last night by 6 p.m. I got called by the police and told me the DCF got involved. I went and filed my taxes at H&R Block. While I was there, one of the members of my church filed my taxes for me. She asked me if she could keep my daughter overnight. She said she wanted to buy her some clothes. She know I just got out of abusive marriage, and I'm trying to get back on my feet. I just got a stable place to stay. We exchanged numbers. I told her I had to have her back by 6 p.m. She could only stay one night. She wanted to keep her for a week. I told her, no way. I have 5 witnesses to this. Okay, the next thing I know, I got served with an order that was stating that I am not allowed to go to H&R Block. And any attempts that I made to contact her, I could not reach her. So when I called the DCF caseworker yesterday, he told me he was supposed to meet me with my daughter, that for some reason he had her, which I'm not even understanding why, because the H&R Block employee, the one I go to church with, Giovanna, was supposed to be staying the night with her, one night.
Okay. And what's the worker that you go to church with? What's her name?
Her name's Crystal. I don't know which her legal name. I can pull out everything in my phone. I know I thought she was a good lady. Apparently, her and my sister are working together. She's the black girl with the pink hair.
And you don't know Crystal's last name?
To be honest with you, I'm having an anxiety attack. My child just got taken from me, and I'm a nurse, and I could be losing everything.
So how long have you known Crystal?
I've known her on and off for like 10 years. Like I said, she asked me several times. I told her multiple times, no, I don't like my child to go anywhere. She repetitively asked me, she said, I can help you with clothing, I can help you get diapers, please let me help you. One of my friends was there, her name's Kimberly McLeod. She said, Jay, just get the help, you need it right now. I said, one night, only one night. And when she didn't return my call, I told her that I was going to call the police and report my daughter missing if she didn't produce my child.
And so what day did all this transpire?
She was supposed to be returned to me yesterday by 6 p.m. So the day before.
Okay, so the day before yesterday, you gave
her permission to keep Gigi overnight until 6 p.m. the next day. That was to allow her to go shopping and get some clothes and stuff because she could use them. And I need the help right now. I'm just getting back on my feet. I just got out of a marriage. I didn't want to even let my daughter go, and I should have followed my first mind. I have all of her information in my phone. If I could look at it and give it to you. I didn't just give my child to somebody. She actually walked across the street to the house I was at and knocked on the door and asked this after I filed my taxes. Then I got a report that I was back. So more than 5 times she asked me to keep my child.
This story didn't match up with what they'd heard before. Not even close. Someone was lying, and someone had the real story. But the cops weren't going to be in the dark for long, as the truth was closing in fast.
Do you remember having a conversation where you asked this lady, supposedly Crystal with H&R Block, for money?
I never asked her for money. Why would I? I could get an advance on my taxes if I need to.
So you never asked this worker or made any statements?
No, I went there to get a new card, and they were supposed to print me out one, and they didn't. So I was a little upset they didn't give me a new card. They mailed it, but I never asked anybody for money. I have income tax. Why would I?
When you said you don't know Crystal's last name?
I have everything in my phone. Like, I have not slept. I have not ate. I'm physically ill without my child.
Okay.
I secured housing for my baby so that she had a safe environment. I did everything I thought I was supposed to do, and I don't even know how this happened.
So, I mean, do you normally just...
I've never let my child stay out overnight, ever. Ever. This is the first time she stayed away from me. My daughter is my world. She's all I got, and I'm all she has. My sister is also friends with this Crystal, and my sister wants my child. And I can show you statements where she said that I need to go ahead and my lupus so she can get my Social Security check from my daughter.
No, what's your sister's name?
Her name's Amanda Donahue. All this was a plot. That's what I was trying to tell you. My sister called me yesterday at 3 p.m. and told me that I was going to be going to jail. And I said, why would I go to jail? And she was like, you'll find out. And she hung up in my face. I had no idea none of this was going on.
So, you had no idea where your daughter was?
She was supposed to be in St. Augustine at the outlet getting new clothes and stuff. That's the only reason I allowed her to go, was because she asked me to, she was like, Sister Woods, does Gigi have godmama? Can you let me be her godmama? I want to go get this little girl some clothes. I don't let people get my kids. She gave me her phone number, her home address, everything I had in my phone. I called her. I did not get a return call. Whenever I got the ban from H&R Block, I sent a message and I let her know that if my child was not produced by 6 p.m. as agreed, that I would be calling the police and reporting her missing.
So did you call the police?
You guys have already issued a warrant for me. I was supposed to meet with a DCF worker this morning at 9 a.m. to bring me my daughter.
But you're saying that your child was supposed to be returned to you at 6 p.m. last night.
And when I called DCF...
So why did you not contact police last night?
Because DCF contacted me and told me they already had my daughter and that they were bringing her to me at 9 a.m.
So DCF contacted you yesterday?
Yes, I have all that in my phone. I needed the help. I've been going to DCF to try to get housing and stuff. So like I said, I could use the help with the clothes and stuff. I never asked her for money, never.
Okay.
But like I said,
you don't remember having a conversation about trying to sell Giovanna?
What?
I'm just
No.
asking.
No. I would never sell my child. No. I can't even believe that was even stated. My child is my life. If I lost her, I would kill myself. I can't live without my baby.
But yet you didn't call police last night.
I called DCF, who told, I thought y'all were together.
Realizing that the officers were beginning to see the loopholes in her story, she pulled an unexpected stunt.
I mean, DCF is its own entity.
I had
Do you remember who you spoke to?
I have it all in my phone, yes. Can I have my phone so I can show you this?
Well, I don't have this on.
The other officers.
Yeah. So, but you don't remember the
It was
name?
a male. It was a male. I wrote all his information down. I have lupus. I have a brain tumor. I have a hard time remembering names. But I was told that DCF already had my daughter and that they were bringing her to me at 9 a.m. So I did not think that I had to call the police if she was in DCF's custody.
And that was this morning?
That was last night. Are y'all gonna let me go?
No, man. No, there is a warrant for your arrest.
In the end, she was charged with neglect and cruelty. Just when you thought you'd seen it all, along comes another dumb, intoxicated mum who called the cops on her daughter who she claimed punched her in her face, without realizing she had just shot herself in the foot.
What's going on? She literally hit me. This is my daughter. She's like 17 years old. She hit me in the right side of my face here. She needs to be responsible, but she's acting like a child, and she didn't like it, so she hit me one time.
Oh my god, you're taking her to jail?
Yep. Based on the information we've got, we've determined her to be the primary aggressor.
On September the 17th, 2023, officers got a call from a woman reporting that her daughter had just punched her in the face. They rushed over and begun an investigation, not expecting the wild plot twist that was about to unfold.
I'll see when you get here, bye.
Where did she go?
She walked up the road.
Did you see where she went up the road, or she just started walking?
She literally just walked slow.
Okay, what's going on?
She literally hit me. This is my daughter. She's like 17 years old. She hit me in the right side of my face here. I'm sure you can tell because I have half of my eyelashes missing. But she hit me in the face a couple times, and then she got out the car and started walking home.
Can you give me the let up to this? What happened?
She's just an angry person. I don't.
So where are you guys coming from now? Let's start there.
I was at a birthday party with my younger kids. It was in Seminole Woods. on Slipper Trail.
Okay.
So they came to pick us up, and we're going to my niece's birthday because she's turning 17, and they were all there, so we were just going there. She's just an angry kid.
So what happened? 'Cause I'm trying to get at.
She started cursing me out and yelling at me.
Why?
I have no idea. I guess.
So you guys are coming from a birthday
I guess
party.
'cause she had to pick me up, and she's helping me out. I'm her mother. I do everything for her.
So you guys were at a birthday party.
Yes.
Who was
me
all
and
there?
The younger kids, which is
Where are they at?
Ava and James. They left with somebody else.
From here?
No, from the party.
Okay.
So they were on the way, we were on the way, and then she started getting angry, and she punched me in the face a couple times.
You're leaving a lot of stuff out. So you guys were at the party. Was she at the party too?
No.
So you had to call her. Let's start there. You called her.
Yes.
So to pick you up?
Yes.
Okay.
To pick all three of us up.
All three? Oh, the two kids?
Yeah, me and the two kids. They're
Okay.
twins.
Okay.
Yeah, they're...
But the kids left before she showed up, after she showed up?
No, the kids, because her best friend Summer has a car,
Mm-hmm.
so they were all at my niece's birthday party. They came to pick us up. We were all going here, and then everyone came to pick us up. They left with Summer in the van, Ava and James. So that's my other two kids. We're here. She started yelling at me. She got upset, and then she hit me in the face a couple times.
You guys were yelling while driving?
Yeah, she was yelling while driving.
Who was driving?
And she was driving.
Okay. You guys were yelling about what? Like, what started the argument? It didn't just spontaneously just...
Because she had to come pick me up. That's what
Okay,
started
so she
it.
was mad that she had to pick you up.
Exactly.
Okay. Explain exactly from the beginning and the physical part of it. You're saying she was punching you a couple times, and then that's like what happened. Like you guys are driving and arguing.
Well, she started arguing with me at first. I said, pull over. I said, let me get out the car, and I got out of the car.
Okay.
And I sat on the side of the road. This was all the way up by Seminole Woods. So she pulled over, and I got out of the car all the way by Seminole Woods.
Okay.
And I sat on the grass, and then she came back, and I was like, okay, maybe she calmed down. I got
So
back
you got out and she drove away?
Yes, she did.
Okay.
She did drive away.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I called my cousin, which is Amber, who is probably on the way here now. So I got back in the car, so I'm like, no, it's fine. I'm like, she came back to get me, blah, blah, blah. But then I got in the car and she punched me in the face. As you can see, I'm missing half of my eyelashes.
Yes.
And she punched me in the face a couple times. I don't know why if you could find her and ask her why she punched me.
It was as clear as daylight that she was hiding something. Her story didn't add up and the cracks were showing. But the officers kept digging, determined to peel back the layers and get to the truth, no matter how deep they had to go.
Keep leaving out details, so...
I'm not leaving out
Yes.
details, sir. I'm telling you exactly what happened, sir.
You're not.
Which direction did she go?
She went that way. She should be right up there. She has a red shirt and black shorts on. She's
Okay.
walking.
So
She's
you get
walking.
out. So you get out of the vehicle. And
That
sit,
wasn't up
yes,
there.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
That was
I need
up
to take, so you get out of the vehicle, sit down. She drives away. How long before she comes back?
Oh God, I don't know. Probably like 2 or 3 minutes. It wasn't that long.
Did you call her, or she just turned around on her own and came back?
No, she turned around.
And then what'd she say when she came back over there?
She didn't really say anything. I just got in the car.
Okay, so you got in the car and then you guys just drove normally? Did you guys start arguing right away?
No, not right away because it was silent for a while.
So then you guys drive on the road, then what happens?
Then she started arguing with me, her mother.
Yes, about picking you up?
Yes.
Okay. And then at what point did she pull over? Were you guys
Right here.
arguing already? When she
We
got
were
physical?
arguing as soon as she came to get me.
Okay, so you guys are coming. She pulls over. Was it physical yet before you pulled over or after you pulled over?
It was physical, and she was hitting me when she was driving the car.
So she was hitting you
In my
while
eye.
driving?
Yes.
I think you said it was after you got out.
No, she was hitting me while she was driving the car, and then I said, pull over the car if you're going to hit me, and then we pulled over.
Hello, Delta 2 contact. Can you copy your tag that's rolled up? Are you the sister, Amber?
Yeah.
Okay.
She pulled over. Was it physical yet before
Did you observe any of this?
No. Where's her daughter? Did she
don't
say
know.
where her daughter went?
She said she walked that way. We're still gathering. We're just gathering more information.
Well, Ariana went to pick her up
Okay. Why did she need to be picked up?
because she was drinking.
Okay.
How
She
did
was
she?
hitting me while she was driving.
Well, how was she hitting you? With the closed fist, open hand?
Closed fist right here in my f***ing eye, right here. Where I'm
Okay.
missing the eyelashes, this is where she was hitting me.
Okay. Did you hit her back at all?
I didn't hit her back because she's my daughter. I never hit her. I never hit any of my kids.
How many times did she hit you?
Probably 4 times she hit me.
Where did she hit you at? All
Right here.
All
Just
right there?
Right here, yeah.
Okay.
Do you call her daughter?
They want to talk to Ariana. Yeah.
Like, what prompted her to start hitting you? Has she done that before?
She has gotten physical before, yes.
How long was the last time?
Probably like a year ago. It's been a while.
Okay, what made her get, like, what, because you said it was verbal, so what made it physical? Did she just,
She
did you say anything? Did she say anything? Did she just start getting,
She just started getting physical. You're gonna have to ask her. I have no idea.
I know, but I'm trying to ask you first before I find her.
I
so we
don't
can
know what
locate
made her got physical. That's just how she is. She's like her father.
They said they just
Okay. Where's the father at? Or he's not here?
He's not here. He's at the party we're supposed to go to, I guess.
Where's the party
Tyler?
at?
Is he at the party?
No, they just picked up Ariana.
Can they bring her back here? Can she come over here?
She was walking.
We just gotta talk. We'll make sure everybody's all right, and then we're gonna get everybody on their way.
Everybody's all right. They said they just want to talk to her.
Do you have your ID with you?
Yeah.
Either I'm gonna drive to wherever she's at, or she can come here in person
said
and make it easier. We're gonna make contact with her in person. She's not in trouble. We just need to get her side of it.
Hold on. He said she's not in trouble.
We just gotta I gotta physically.
Well, she should be in trouble for punching her mother in the face.
Would you be willing to come to this one written statement?
Yeah, I'll do it.
Take who to jail?
Nobody's going to. We're just here to make sure everybody's okay.
He said
Either
nobody's
way,
going
we're
to
going to be
jail.
making physical contact.
They just
in-person
don't
contact
care.
with
She
us.
should go. Oh, he's right there. They're right there.
All right, I just want to talk to her. No, all right, we're just.
She should go to jail. She should have up on the face like
All right, we're going to investigate the disturbance. Okay, we're going to hear both sides. All right.
Soon, her daughter Ariana showed up, and the officers began asking her a few questions, unaware that what she was about to say would flip the entire situation on its head. One sentence, and everything they thought they knew went right out the window.
Who's Ariana? All right, Ariana, can we talk back here? So just walk us through what's going on. Today.
So we're at my cousin's.
Real quick, are you injured at all?
I don't know if there's any marks on my face because that's where
How'd we get that scratch? Has that been there a while, or is that?
Oh, that was from my dog yesterday.
Your dog yesterday. Okay, just to make sure. So walk us through what's going on today.
At my cousin's birthday party in the F section, and my mom called my friend because she was at another birthday party in the S section, and she called her, so I have to go pick her up because she's drunk. And
She didn't call you?
Huh?
She called your friend and not you?
I don't have a phone. My phone's broken.
Okay.
But I went to go pick her up, and she's stumbling and not walking straight. And I told her what she didn't want to hear, that I'm almost 18 and I shouldn't have to be coming to pick up my almost 40-year-old mom, because she's old enough to know she has 2 other kids with her and that she needs to be responsible, but she's acting like a child, and she didn't like it. So she hit me one time on Seminole Woods, and then we were driving, we went straight from that light, and we were on she had pulled my hair. This was like right here this happened. Well, I think she hit me in my head on Seminole Woods, and then right here, I was driving, and she pulled my hair and started hitting me in the
So you told her what she didn't want to hear. So you commented on her being drunk?
Yeah,
And that upset
I told
her?
her that I'm almost 18, I'm your child, I shouldn't have to be.
Is that when she decided to pull your hair and hit you? Which did she do first?
She pulled the back of underneath of my hair, and then she started hitting me while
you were
I'm still driving. So I had to slam on the brakes, and I pulled off right where the car is right now. It hasn't moved. She told me to pull over the car and get the out because I'm a cardboard bag, and then she called me a dumb bitch. And then she got out of the car and called my aunt that's up there, Amber, and she wouldn't get back in the car, so I drove away, and then I went back and got her, and then we ended up here. And that's basically
So
what
just to
happened.
clarify, so you had to go pick her from the party?
Yeah.
Because she was drunk?
Yeah.
And she had 2 little ones with her?
She had my other brother and sister, Ava and James. They're turning 14.
And where are they at now? Someone else took them? Okay.
Yeah, they went with my friend.
Okay.
Yeah, they went with my friend because she had to drive.
When this all happened?
No, they weren't with us.
Just you and her when you called.
So you're driving up.
And I knew this was gonna happen, bro. This always happens. She always starts an argument when I tell her the truth, and she doesn't like it.
I hear you. So you're driving up Seminole Woods, arguing, assumingly, about her.
She called my dad and was on the phone with him,
and telling her, and then she told me she doesn't want me in her house anymore. She wants me out of the house, and that I'm a dumb. And then she got out and she's like, because I had pulled her hair and hit her back when I pulled over because she was still hitting me. And then she got out and she's like, I'm calling the cops. You just hit me.
Right here?
Yeah, right
when did it first get physical? On Seminole Woods?
On Seminole Woods.
Before or after she got out of the car?
On Seminole Woods, it was before.
And what did she do exactly at that time?
We just got onto Seminole Woods from the neighborhood.
What did she do exactly?
She just like swung her hand and like hit me.
How many times at that time?
Just one.
Where did she hit you at?
I believe on my cheek.
Earlier you mentioned she pulled your hair too. Which happened first, the hit or the pulling the hair?
Well, she hit me one time on Seminole Woods, and then when we got here is when she pulled my hair and started hitting me again.
While you were driving?
Yeah.
All right, and then did you hit her at all?
Yeah, I did. I pulled her hair and hit her back.
Was this after she hit you that you hit her back? Was that to get her away from you, or were you just...
To get her away from me, because I'm driving. We're going to fucking crash if I don't pull over.
Yeah. Where was she hitting you at the second time?
The second time she pulled my hair was hitting me in my head.
Where on your head?
Like, up here.
Sexy. Can you like point to the area where she was hitting you?
Right here.
You need any medical attention at all?
No, I have a bit of a headache, but I think I'm good.
You don't need medical attention right now?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay. Okay, and that's where you have to pull over right there, and that's exactly where we're in?
Yeah.
Okay. And then after that, what did you do?
She called you guys, and then I got out of the car, slammed the door, and walked to the hotel and used the phone to call my own.
Okay.
The truth was finally out. She wasn't a victim, just an irresponsible mother who couldn't handle being called out by her teenage daughter. The officers confronted her, giving her a chance to come clean, but instead of owning up, she kept piling on the lies and excuses, digging herself deeper with every word, practically handing them the case on a silver platter.
Your daughter shows up to pick you up.
Yes.
I want to know exact details from there to this exact moment right now.
Okay, so I called her to pick me up. I got in the car. Everything was fine when I got in the car. She started yelling at me. I don't remember why. So
You have no idea why?
I don't know. She started yelling at me.
It was an hour or two ago.
It wasn't that long. It wasn't an hour or two ago. It wasn't that long.
Maybe less, exactly. So you don't remember why she was yelling at you, but you know she was yelling at you.
She said, I have to pick you up from a fucking party. She was screaming at the top of her lungs like I not.
Okay.
Her voice was like up, like Mariah Carey.
Yes.
So she was screaming at me. I said, okay, can you just pull over and I'll get out the car. I got out of the car. I sat under a tree and I sat there for a while.
You didn't respond?
I talked to her on the phone.
You didn't respond to her when she was yelling at you?
No, I said, pull over and let me get out of the car.
She was screaming at you and said, please pull over.
She was screaming at the top of her lungs.
You didn't say anything in response.
She was on the phone because I called her. No, I did say something in response. I said, pull over and let me the out of the car. That's exactly what I said. Pull over and let me the out of the car. That's what I said.
You didn't call her any names before that, like during the argument?
No, I didn't call her any argument. She was yelling and screaming at me, her mother, who pushed her out of her my I got 13 goddamn stitches pushing this kid out of my I'm just saying.
I'm just saying that talking to you right now, okay, I find it extremely hard to believe that your 17-year-old daughter was screaming and cursing at you, all you said
glad
was...
that you find it hard to believe.
Yes, I find
this is my life. Okay? Do you have any kids?
Yes, and I have parents too.
Do you have a 17-year-old?
Are you from New York?
So he's asking questions, ma'am.
And my family is too, so I know that we are allowed.
I totally understand.
Here, I'm going to ask a question. So you said you're sitting over here by a tree?
No,
what is she doing?
Here. It was all the way down. It was by Seminole Woods.
All right, what happens when you guys get here?
Okay, so I got out of the car, she came in, and I got back in the car, and I'm like, okay. I'm like, just take me to Aunt Jackie's house, because my niece, it's her birthday party, she's turning 17 years old. That's all I said. I sat in the car, and she started yelling at the top of her lungs. I didn't say anything to the child that I pushed out of my but I take care of her. I do everything for this kid. Okay, so I didn't say anything to the kid. She started yelling at me. She's pissed off that she had to come pick me up from a party with the other kids. The other kids are with Summer, her best friend.
So before you got dropped off, she yelled at you. You said, let me out. She drops you off. It was not physical before that.
No, it was not physical before that.
You weren't physical with her
all.
at any point. She
No.
wasn't physical with you at any point.
No, not before I got out and sat by the tree. Nope. And
that was on
100. That was on 100.
She comes back and picks you up, and then what happens from there?
Then, so I get in the car and I'm like, okay, and I wasn't even gonna get back in the car with her. I called her. She was on the phone with me the whole entire time.
Yeah.
Right? Weren't you?
Yes.
She was on the phone with me the whole entire time. She was gonna come pick me up.
Mm-hmm.
She was gonna come pick me up. None of this would have happened if I would have just got in the car with her. But instead, I'm like, all right, Ariana's back here. She was on the phone with me the whole time. When I got in the car, I'm like, Ariana's back here. I'm like, so don't worry about it. Don't come.
So you guys get here, you get out of the car. When you get out of the car, where are you going when you're here?
We're going to my sister's house.
No.
We're on the way to my sister's.
The car's parked here.
Yeah, when you
You're
guys
saying you got out of the car, and what did you do when you got out of the car?
because she hit me in the face here. So
what
I
did
said,
she do?
Pull over the car, because she was driving and also hitting me, so she was also swerving in the road.
For no reason, she was hitting you.
She was hitting me because we were arguing, because we were fighting.
All right, what does she do after that?
She's not hitting me for no reason, obviously. If you ask her, she's going to say we were arguing.
All right, what does she do after she hits you? What happens then?
After she hits me a couple times, that's why I'm missing eyelashes and I probably have marks. I said, pull over before we all. And she gets out of the car and she starts walking up. That's what happened. And then I called you guys.
As the questioning intensified, her confidence started to crumble. The real question was, how much longer could she hold out before finally cracking under the pressure?
She was hitting me as she pulled over. Yes, she was.
Starting the first time you got out, you were never physical with her. And you didn't yell at her. You didn't call her names.
I probably yelled at her, yes, because she was yelling at me. Absolutely. I'm not saying
2 seconds ago you said you didn't yell at her.
No. I didn't say I didn't yell at her.
Yes, you did. You said that. You said she was screaming at you. You didn't reply. You said, let me the F out, and she let you out.
Yes, that's what I said.
But now you're saying you did.
The car.
So now you're admitting you did yell at her back then.
But that's what I said. I said, let me the car. That's all I said. I wasn't physical with her. No, I'm not going to say I was physical with her because I wasn't.
So then, as you guys come out the road, you never grabbed her by the hair.
When she was hitting me in my face, I might have grabbed her by her hair, yes. But when we got up here and she was hitting me in the face, no, I never got physical before that.
So you might have grabbed her hair now. Because earlier, like 5 minutes ago, you said you absolutely did not touch her anytime.
I did not touch her anytime until she hit me in the face. That's what
I'm saying earlier, exactly. You said that when she started hitting you, you didn't hit her back. You just simply got out.
No, when she started hitting me up to the point where we got here, I did not touch her at all. And when she started hitting me in the face to the point where she was hitting me and it was hurting me, then I might have grabbed her. I probably did grab her hair. Yes, absolutely, because I was defending myself.
How come you didn't get out of the car and try to get away from her?
I did get out of the car and I ran up to here, and then I called you guys.
Is it possible when you might have grabbed her hair, you might have been hitting her too in response to her?
I did not hit her. I might have grabbed her hair. Yes, absolutely. When she was hitting me in the face, when we already pulled over, after she was hitting me in the face, I might have pulled her hair.
So if she had red marks on her face, what would cause those?
I don't know.
It's not possible you hit her back?
If you don't remember, then just say you don't remember.
I don't remember hitting her back, but I know I probably did grab her hair. Yes, I probably did, yes.
Okay. Because right now, it's getting a little conflicting statements, okay? Mm-hmm. One person has given us a clear, concise statement from beginning to end, and the other person provided us a constantly changing story up until this very second. That's the issue right now.
I never said I didn't hit her.
Yes, you did.
I pulled her hair, maybe. Yes.
Maybe. So when I first got just so we can all understand what I'm seeing, right? When I first showed up, you said that she picked you up and obviously she was upset, and you simply said that you guys got here, she got physical with you, you got out, and you called us.
Yes.
Then you said that, well, actually, you got out of the car at one point, and then got back in, and then we ended up here. And then when I asked you,
I didn't get out of the car. No one asked me that until
when I asked
because
you,
that's not the whole story though. That's a crock of shit.
When I asked you if you yelled at her in response, you initially said absolutely not. The only time you yelled at her was "let me the F out." But then you you admitted that you may have yelled back at her.
Yes, because I said "let me the out of the car." That's what I said.
No, you said you may have been cursing at her and calling her names too. You said that. That was your words.
No, I said get me the out of the car.
And then I asked you if after that point when she was striking you in the vehicle repeatedly in the face.
She did strike me in the vehicle completely in the face, right
When I asked you about that, you initially stated that you simply did not reply with any type of force and you just got out of the car. And then now when I asked you about pulling her, you said maybe I might have pulled her hair too. Okay?
I probably did pull her hair. I'm not saying I didn't pull her hair. I probably did pull her. I'm not saying I punched her in the face.
Even as simple as a detail as why was she arguing with you? You initially said you didn't remember, but then when I told you that's very unlikely, you were able to tell me exactly why she was yelling and what she was saying to you.
I told you why she was yelling.
I know, but I'm saying at first when I asked you said you have no idea, you don't know.
I get it. I get it. I'm not an ass. I totally understand.
Okay.
I get it.
Have things been physical with you guys in the past?
No.
Okay. How have you guys lived in Palm Coast for?
Probably like 10, 12 years.
Okay, so a long time.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're from New York originally.
Yeah.
I don't want to get her in trouble. I don't want to get myself in trouble. A kid should not hit their mother in the face.
It's just
and that's what you should be telling her. She shouldn't hit her mother in the face.
She's very disrespectful.
Yeah, we got two different stories here. So
you got two different stories, but her story is not correct.
Just when they thought it was over, another bombshell dropped, and it was time to teach her a lesson in responsibility. One she wouldn't forget anytime soon.
It's not real.
Is there anything else that you want to add about what occurred today and all of that you haven't said already? Can you turn around for me, please?
Oh my God, you're taking her to jail?
Yep. Based on the information we've got, we've determined her to be the primary aggressor. We have conflicting statements, but again, in our training experience, we're going to go off of the information we've got. So that's where we're at, okay?
It's all on, it's not on her right now, okay? At the end of the day, we have to make a determination as law enforcement, but if you're the primary aggressor, it's not on her, especially if it's...
This isn't her. Nobody's pressing charges. This is us pressing charges, so.
Okay. She's got two sets of twins at home, like babies waiting for her. She's got babies at home waiting for her. Oh my God. She's got a son that is physically...
You want to have the watch?
Oh my God.
This is really fucked up.
You want me to call it out for you?
Teletype.
I'm gonna get fired from my job.
Not necessarily.
Yeah,
What do you do
I
for
am.
It's just a misdemeanor charge.
It doesn't matter. I'm on probation.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
For what?
I got into like a bar fight.
You're missing your probation?
Yeah.
For what? For battery?
Yeah.
Is there a special condition of no alcohol?
Yeah.
Wonderful.
In the end, she was hit with multiple charges, including violation, battery with a prior conviction, and without great bodily harm. Unlike other dumb mums, Tomasa outdid herself. Not only did she dump all three of her kids at someone's house, but she decided to top off her bad decisions by straight up a cop.
I just don't understand why everyone wants to force me to be a parent and not call their dad.
Okay. Yeah.
Why are both of y'all back?
You're under arrest for abandonment.
I'm under arrest for abandonment?
Yep.
Are you kidding me?
Nope.
I left them with their family members and I'm going to jail for abandonment?
Yep, you're going to go.
Whoa!
Get in the car, please.
You were doing my handshake, you stupid.
Whoa! On January the 10th, 2025, officers responded to a residence after a caller reported that a woman, Tomasa, dropped off her 3 children at their doorstep and sped away. They arrived at the residence and began interrogating the house owners. Little did they know that what they were about to hear was an even more devastating story.
So, what is the circumstances with her dropping off the kiddos here?
So I haven't spoke with Zaya since, May?
Okay.
She's dropped the kids off at their dad's job. He took them back to her. They did a wellness check. She chased him in traffic. I saw this on video chat. She chased him in traffic with the kid. I don't know if the kids were in the car. Yeah, chased him in traffic, went and got the kids, and I'm asleep. He said somebody's banging at your door.
Yeah, I was sitting in the room. She was literally falling asleep, and I heard like a consistent knocking.
It
and I was
didn't
like,
stop.
Okay, and I was like, somebody's knocking at the door. So then we both got up, and she went to the window right here and was like, she seen who it was and was like, you're not supposed to be here.
And she's like backing away. Tell your brother to come get the kids. Takes off running and backs out the entire. She didn't drive at all. She backed out the entire parking lot and then sped off.
She never went in here?
Never came in, no.
Where were the kids at?
Sitting on my front porch.
Right in front of the door. As soon as we opened the door.
They had bags and all 3 of them in car seats. I called the mom and she said she got to get up at work She got
okay,
it.
we're just gonna be so real.
Yeah, her auntie's on the phone. Their auntie's on the phone. Their blood auntie's on the phone. But I did call the mom, and she's like, stop calling me with this. If you called the police, good job. I gotta get up at work. Gotta get up at 4:30 to go to work.
So let me get this straight. So, because I and the kids haven't been here in like a year. However, they have stayed here in the past. My main concern is just I think the kids are safe, right? Like, obviously, you probably don't want them to be here.
It's not that I don't want them. I have to look out for myself.
No, I hear you. I hear you. Did she say anything else about what her plan was?
No, she said she didn't. She literally said, "Call your brother," and took off running. That's literally it.
That's crazy.
Okay, officer.
Yeah.
I want to say this now. I want to say this now.
Can you guys go?
And I do not get along.
At all.
If she knows her kids are at my house, she may come on some ignorant BS.
I believe they're gonna come here on ignorant. I'm on probation. I don't got time.
I'm coming to get them. Those are my niece and nephew. Those are my brother's kids. I'm their blood auntie.
Okay.
I'm coming to get them kids. Because Stepmother, she's not trying to go to jail behind them children.
Sure.
She's not supposed to have any contact with Keziah. I will come and get them.
What's your ETA, do you think, to get here?
I am exactly 28 minutes away from Stepmother, so 28 minutes or less.
They're okay until she gets here. I just wanted to cover my own.
Perfect. Thank you.
Perfect. You know what happened? We were at Mariposa for a welfare check earlier. Christ. No, the
The
mom.
dad dropped them off at the grandma's house. She went and got the kids from her.
Let's remember, Dad was at
I was on the phone the whole time.
So here's the plan, okay? So we're gonna call Grandma real quick to find more information about the kids. I know Auntie's coming to come get them. Ultimately, like that's what we care about, the kids' safety. We're gonna write a thing up about this, and then we're gonna forward it to CPS, okay?
Okay, I think a CPS call has already been made.
Okay. Well, there's gonna be another one because it's leaving the kids out here and running away is not cool. Thank God you guys allowed them to, get some.
I wasn't gonna leave them outside.
So I have two windows right here. I could see her out of this window, and I opened it, and I'm like, I wear glasses, I'm squinting, and I hear her say, "Call your brother." I look down, and I can see the kids in the back.
The officers called her mum and tried to get her to help with the situation involving her grandbabies, but her non-responsive attitude made them realize that stupidity wasn't just her daughter's thing. It was a family affair.
So we're here with your grandbabies, and we're trying to get this all situation sorted out. Situation is the kids were left at their auntie's house, correct? The youngest one, the one that's sleeping, the one that has the cleft lip, and they had the baby. She has a feeding tube, correct? So our concern right now is that she needs to be fed. When do you know when the last time that she was fed?
I don't think we need to get CPS to take kids right now because Auntie's coming to get them. But it's just the mom is tripping out. You can't be doing that. I tried to call her several times, and she's allegedly on her way to Oregon. She had. That's what she said earlier when we went to Mariposa.
I don't mean to interrupt you. I want to make sure that the little baby is medically okay. And then how often does she need to be fed during via the feeding tube?
Fed on the feeding tube every 3 hours.
When's the last time you ate?
1:45.
So good.
Coming right up on it.
Why are you not grabbing the mother's information?
Oh, my partners are grabbing all that. So this is my portion of the investigation.
What are you investigating, sir? That the children was dropped off with their auntie?
It sounds like your daughter dropped the kids off over here and then took off. So he was supposed to have the kids, then he dropped them off. Your daughter came, picked them up, and then dropped them off over here. Well, so she's not here taking care of her kids right now. So that is our number one concern. And so you're not able to come pick up the grandbabies, but you're able to go to work. So if you're not going to give me your information, I'll let you get ready for work. And then if another unknown number calls, just know that's the Federal Way Police Department trying to get a hold of you, okay? We don't know Grandma's name. We don't know.
She's not giving up any information?
No, ma'am. Okay, so Grandma refused to give me her name or anything like that, but she was willing to talk on the phone with me. She was able to get a hold of Mom, is at home, and she said that she's willing to come pick the kids up. So I told her to come pick the kids up as soon as possible, and she said she's about 5-10 minutes out.
Okay, we're gonna talk to her.
Yeah, 100%. I didn't give her any information over the phone. I just wanted to get her on location.
Perfect.
So
I don't know if I'm comfortable with that now. No, after what she did.
No, Grandma's not coming. She is, but we're going to place her under arrest for child abandonment. So she will not be coming inside. Myself and another officer are going to wait out there for her. Officer Palmer is going to finish the recorded statement with you, okay?
When the kid's father showed up, nothing could have prepared him for the scene he walked into.
309, and the father just arrived on scene.
Why did she drop these folks off here?
What's the deal? What's going on? What's up? What did she say to you? What'd she do?
She didn't say anything. I got a call from Tomasa saying that my kids are here.
Yeah.
And I left the kids at their grandma's. But she's not even our relative.
Right.
And like she said, they have a case. Why she brought them here, I have no idea.
Got it.
We just had a conversation.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, me and you.
Yeah.
Me and you
We
and
just
him.
had a
Yeah.
conversation.
Absolutely.
I was waiting for her to get to the house.
Okay.
I was at work. She comes to my job.
Okay.
Drops the kids off and walks out. I have bags, car seats outside of my vehicle.
So she just dropped off the
Just
kids.
dropped off the kids, walked out the door.
Are you guys separated?
Yes. So I go to her house.
Okay.
I have a key to her house.
Right. And then that's where you saw us, right?
Yes.
Perfect.
I'm at the house. I'm like, yo, you need to come get kids.
Yeah.
Blase. I don't know if she was coming, whatnot. I went to her mom's house, their grandma's house. I left the kids there.
What did grandma say?
The grandma, I didn't talk to the grandma. She was there with the kids.
Okay. So I'm just trying to figure out how it got to this situation.
I have no,
okay, no worries. If I do see her mom though, she's gonna be placed under arrest, okay? For abandonment. Do you know where she could be right now?
I have no idea.
Finally, the officers called her up asking the obvious question. Why did she act so dumb? Her answer confirmed what they already knew. She was a total failure as a mum. So, they decided to give her the break from motherhood she seemed to want so badly.
Hello, this is Officer Vestry. This is Keziah. Hey, real quick, just to let you know, you're on speaker and my body cam is recording our conversation. Are you aware of that?
Yeah, that's fine. I don't even care.
You don't care? Okay. Can you tell me, like, what happened? Like, what's the deal? Like, what?
Their dad is supposed to have them, and I'm really at the point where, like, I just don't understand why everyone wants to force me to be a parent and not call their dad. They're supposed to have them.
Okay. So, Dad was at work, correct?
Yes, Dad was at work. Dad said he didn't get off until 11. I dropped the kids off right before he got off of work. That's what pissed him off. Instead of waiting until he got off at 11,
Okay.
I dropped them off early.
So can you tell me about, like, why you dropped off the kids here at Glen Park Apartments?
Because that's where he said he was going.
Who was going?
So I dropped him off, and I told her to call her brother.
Okay, but, like, can you tell me the circumstances around that? Because, like, I was told here that you just left the kids on the front porch and then you took off.
I did, because he said that's where he was going to be. So when she said that he wasn't there, I said, you're lying, because he said he was here.
Okay,
and so I left. Because like I said, that's what he said he was going to be. I left my kids back out with where his dad said they were going to be. That's their auntie. So either way, that's your family member. So come and call your brother to come pick up his kids if he's not here then. But I'm not about to keep playing these childish games.
Okay, yeah, but here's the thing, though, like, your kids, you can't just abandon your kids outside and knock on the door and then run away. Especially the 10-month-old who,
I
like,
didn't
needs
run
to...
away. She was at the door. The door was open. I didn't just leave them.
Right.
I was talking to her. We had a whole conversation.
Okay, hang on. So, here's the thing, right? Like, you have custody of the children, correct?
No, we split the custody. We have 50-50.
Sure, but are you going to work or something? Like, what's the deal?
Yes, I have a job.
Where?
I deserve a break. He hasn't came and got them. None of the days are his.
Okay, hang on.
So I dropped them off on the days that were his.
Okay, but when they called you, they advised me that you were at home after you dropped off the kids.
Yes, I went back home. I start work at 7. They've been there since 3 o'clock. They've been there way longer than that.
Okay.
I didn't drop them off at no 3:50. Them kids been there for damn near 2 hours before you guys even called my mom.
Okay, and what's your ETA here?
That's 5 minutes. I gotta grab gas. Car's gonna cut off. Has anyone tried to call their dad to come get them?
Yeah, we'll facilitate that. We'll try and get that working, but we gotta. This is, like, pretty serious, right? I mean, like, you can't just, like, drop off your kids at, like, people's houses.
Yeah, honestly, like, someone needs to call their dad. Like, honestly, I don't know, like, man, I'm just so mad. Like, this is ridiculous to me. Like, I can't even get a break. I can't even get my days that we had.
All right, well, just to let you know, the fire department is here, and they're working on feeding your 10-month-old because the feeding tube isn't working. And so, like, that's like a whole other issue here that we're trying to make sure that these kids are taken care of.
Clamp unclamped?
So, we're like I said, we're trying to make sure these kids are taken care of, right? That's like the whole issue here. Like, nobody knows about the whole like feeding thing. Like, this is why it's very like alarming that like you would just leave your kids here and leave. So, anyways, I'll talk to you more when you get here, and then we'll go from there.
So they're in there Dad's trying to get the pump primed and all that stuff.
She's got like a feeding tube thing going on.
Yeah, is the clamp unclamped?
It's not working, okay? Hang on, put your hands behind your back, okay? Yeah.
Why are both of y'all around?
You're under arrest for abandonment.
I'm under arrest for abandonment?
Yep.
Yep.
Who did I abandon?
All of your
All
children.
3 children.
I left them with their dad.
Mm-hmm.
No, you didn't.
Are you kidding me?
Nope.
I left them with their family members and I'm going to jail for abandonment?
Yep, you're going to go.
Whoa, hold the no,
So,
I need to
we
call
could-
my mom first.
so-
Day shift is taking who? Their dad's here and you're telling me he can't do the clamp problem?
Also, you're suspended or revoked 3rd degree, so you're also arrested for...
Suspended in the 3rd degree?
Yeah, you're unable to drive.
Just when they thought they had her under control and that she was already learning her lesson, she decided to take her flair for making bad decisions to the next level.
What the What about
You
my
want
car?
to go left or right? Or side?
So who's gonna park my car?
Let's do what's it called real quick?
Whoa, what the okay.
Spread your feet.
That's fine.
Alright, since you got
Cool,
good.
my mom will be on me all day. I'm not. This is crazy.
You're gonna be in jail until Monday. It's the weekend.
What do you mean Monday?
Yeah. It's the weekend.
Do you have anything
There's no court tomorrow.
Tomorrow's Friday. Yes.
It's today is Friday.
I have work. So that's why you guys had me come here.
Well, Dad's here, and the baby is in dire need to go to the hospital right now.
What do you mean that I just fed her? What are you talking about? There is no dying need of nothing.
Well, that's what the fire department said. All good? Nothing?
No, you're lying. I have her feeding thing right on my schedule. You guys are lying. No, you guys are not about to sit here and make it seem like I didn't feed my child. Yeah, like your mom, you punk out.
Up in the car. Put your feet in there.
Yeah, it's okay. And I will get my kids back.
Put your feet in the car, please.
Let's just limit all this, all right? I appreciate it.
I'm gonna beat her out.
No, I know. I appreciate you guys.
Sit down in front of the police.
I appreciate.
I will beat you. Shut up.
Get in the car, please.
You were doing my handshake, you stupid.
Whoa! What the hell are you doing? Did you just kick an officer?
I sure did.
Okay, well now it's felony.
That's fine with me.
Sick. Okay.
Dude, you're being hella aggressive to me for no reason. You're gonna push me in the car like that. I don't care.
You good?
Yep. She's fine. Yep. I didn't hit her that hard. I pushed her off of me.
Okay.
Like I said, she was being aggressive towards me.
Nope, trying to get you in the car. You can't be kicking officers.
I was getting in the car. She had my cuffs. You guys are being ridiculous.
No, we have body
How
cam.
the f am I supposed to get in? Yes, and you can see she had my cuffs. Like I said, how am I going to get in the car? You have my
Well,
cuffs.
you can't be kicking cops like that.
That's fine. She has no reason to be aggressive towards me. I've not been mean or aggressive towards nobody. So be towards it to me, get towards it to me. You have no reason, like I said, to be aggressive towards me.
I just kept the family inside because things were getting heated. They were kind of amping each other up. So.
You have the right to remain
My mom
silent.
come pick up my car.
You have the right to remain silent. Anything you can.
My mom.
Hang on. Can she let her read her?
I want to ask a question first. I've been
Your car's
asking
getting
to talk
towed.
to you guys for 2 minutes.
Your
and
car's
I-
getting towed.
To where?
It's been impounded.
I don't know.
Why is it impounded?
Because you're
When
suspended.
I can have somebody come pick up
You're
my car.
suspended third, so you're not able to drive, and you drove here, so now it's getting towed.
Do you understand your rights? Are you willing to talk to us? Yes or no?
No, I want to talk with my kids.
Okay. But do you know your rights,
You
though?
guys called me here to get
Okay.
pick up
All
my
right.
kids.
So ask her any questions. Whatever she blurts out is whatever. Step out the car.
I didn't drop them off by themselves. Like, come on, man. I don't understand if I really neglected these kids.
She was charged with abandonment and assaulting a police officer. If you thought Tomasa was the dumbest of mums, think again. Here's Letitia Staunch, a cruel stepmom who believed she could get away with her dumb scheme, taking the life of her stepson and calling the cops herself to try and cover her tracks.
I'm being charged with what now?
We found enough, you call it probable cause. It was for the murder.
What murder?
and stuff.
So Gannon.
That's what the evidence shows.
We're inspecting the bridge, found that suitcase down there, decided we'd open it to see if anything was in it. Body rolled out.
On the 27th of January 2020, Colorado Springs police officers received a very call. A woman identified as Letitia Storch called in to notify the cops that her 11-year-old stepson had failed to return home after leaving their residence to visit a friend. Following the reports, the officers promptly commenced an investigation that they didn't know would lead them into a never-ending maze filled with unusual twists and turns, crowned by the ultimate betrayal of an 11-year-old by the very person who was expected to protect him.
El Paso County 911. My son was supposed to be home at 6 o'clock, and it's almost 7. He's only 11. Okay. What's his name? Gannon. When was he last seen? Maybe around like 3:30, maybe. Has this ever happened before? No. So we went to the neighbor's house. My daughter just went to Stingray Park, and he's not there. And who was the last person to see him? I guess me.
Letitia had everything planned out and had done all that was humanly possible to make sure that the missing boy wasn't traced back to her. But she had one big problem. She was the last person known to have seen Gannon alive, making her the first point of call. Although she claimed he'd gone out to her friends, the boy was known to be an introvert who always preferred staying indoors playing video games. It was the knowledge of this fact that began the process of opening several cans of worms that his stepmom had carefully concealed. However, the biggest problem the officers had was that the many puzzle pieces were looking impossible to piece together. As earlier mentioned, since Letitia was the last person known to have seen Gannon alive, she was brought in for questioning. It was the loopholes in her story, which are different from what she had stated in the emergency call, that began to give the cops the belief that they could unravel the mystery behind the missing boy.
Taking me through Sunday into Monday and be as detailed as possible.
Sunday, Gannon had started a candle. The fire thing went off. It started saying fire, 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 fire. So then I see smoke coming up from the downstairs. So then I ran back downstairs to get Gannon. Fire was on the floor over here, then on the sofas. There was covers everywhere. I take a whole bunch of them and I go and like basically smash down on the sofa and the fire to put it out. Honestly, we were gonna fix the carpet and try to like not say anything. Albert freaks out about every little thing. So that's where Sunday kind of like stopped and everybody went to bed.
Since she was asked to give a rundown of what had transpired in the home some days prior to her stepson's disappearance, she was well aware that it would be smart to build up a story with a good plot, as she wanted to introduce a new detail which she had failed to report to the cops in her call.
And I know there's two things I gotta fix. Number one, I need to fix the carpet, and number two, I need to figure out, does Gannon need to go get like some burn cream or whatever. Larson Ranch is a bunch of new builds, like construction. So I pulled up and I was like, hey, do you know where you can get the carpet that is in the Larson Ranch model home? So we got the carpet from the guy in the construction area. Well, I didn't get it then. He said he was going to bring it to me. So I gave him the address. And this is where I messed up. I gave him our code to get in because he was going to go fix it. And me and Gannon left. We went some places around town.
By stating that there was someone else in the home when Gannon went missing, Letitia was hoping to direct the officers' suspicions to a new and non-existent suspect. This way, she'd be able to slip under the radar, at least for now.
We started to head home. As we got inside, I heard something. And I just started walking downstairs, opened the storage closet, and he was standing in there. He had on gloves. He had one of the guns. And I was terrified. So terrified. And then he just knocked me down and he was hitting on me and he was trying to like rape me. It's all my fault because I gave him our code to fix the carpet. Okay. And I shouldn't have.
Unfortunately for the crazy stepmom, the thing about telling lies is that more lies are needed to cover them. And more lies, although exposing loopholes in a well-constructed story, are somewhat limited in supply. By mentioning that she was attacked by some stranger who her intimately, herself in the leg, and her castle of lies would soon come crashing down.
I swear to God, I don't know what happened from there. I really don't know. I kind of like blacked out just a little bit.
We had talked earlier about whether or not it would be able to take action at this point as far as like gathering evidence, whether it had been too long, and I told you that it wasn't. Is that something that you're willing to do?
Yes, definitely. I would do anything for you to figure out who Eduardo is
We'd like to get you over to the hospital for that.
No, I would totally do that, but I really am. I just want to get some food and take a minute, and I can drive myself to the hospital. Okay, you said I was free to go.
Are you wanting to leave right now?
I'm really hungry. I'm thirsty. Look at my lips; they're chapped.
Can you give me just a few minutes?
She said that I would be able to go.
And I'm not saying that you can't. I'm asking if you can give me a few minutes. That's all.
I can. If you can, you just call me, or I have to maintain my mental health in this whole situation.
It would be better to get the forensic exam
I'm not
done
going over there like
before you
not
take a shower.
not like cleaned. I'm not doing that. That's disgusting. I'm not doing that. But I will gladly go.
But you realize that's how we gather evidence, right? So if you go take a shower right now, and I understand that you're like uncomfortable, I would like to get you over to the hospital to get the exam done.
Okay, well, then I'm driving myself there.
Her reluctance to undergo an examination was one of the earliest signs that she knew more than she was telling the cops. But this was just the beginning. It was when they arrived at the hospital that Letitia began to feel that the heat was getting a bit too much for her to bear. But being a smart woman, she wasn't about to simply give up. At least not after considering what was at stake if the cops were somehow able to link the missing boy to her.
Sit down on the couch.
Sir, I can't breathe. I'm just asking you to open the door.
Now we're going to have to call you an ambulance because you said you got chest pain.
I just told you I have chest pains. It's claustrophobic.
Okay,
I couldn't breathe.
so we're going to call you an ambulance. Yeah, well, you weren't claustrophobic until...
Excuse me. I take lorazepam every day, and if I don't take it, I could have a panic attack.
Not being able to directly tie the missing boy to her, the officers let her go, but the investigation was far from over. No one had any details about the missing boy yet. For Letitia, her lies had done more to expose her tracks than hide them. In addition, her demeanor was nothing like a woman who was grieving. As a result, her husband, Gannon's biological father, determined to find out the truth about his son, agreed to let the cops record several phone call conversations with his wife. It was the inconsistencies in her new story during the phone call that put the officers on a proper trajectory in finding out the truth about Gannon.
If you know it's an accident, are you going to stand by me?
Yes, absolutely, Tisha.
I'm sorry for all the stories. I just didn't know what to do. So we were going to get your look at him and get your bike. I was like, get it right. It was really big, so the guy was helping. And he fell off of it and he got hurt bad. He was bleeding.
Where was he bleeding from?
His arms, his knees, his hands. I didn't have a phone to call 911. They're supposed to be taking him back and I called 911.
So the guy took him to take him to 911? The Craigslist guy? Quincy Brown or whatever.
I swear to God, Quincy's real.
What I'm trying to work out with you here is just the freaking truth.
Albert, I'm calling you. He hurt Gannon. I was tied.
Okay, well, who is he? Who tied you up? Who did this? You didn't do it. Who did it? Who hurt Gannon? Who has Gannon?
Albert, they're gonna kill me.
Who is they? These are the questions I need to know.
They first told me his name was Eduardo, but it's not. It's Quincy Brown.
At this point, the inconsistencies in her story were getting overwhelming and could only point to one thing. Letitia had a hand in her stepson's disappearance and was only trying to lay one layer of lies upon another. It was now only a matter of time before the cops had enough evidence to nab the lying stepmom.
So Quincy Brown is the one who has him.
He's coming after me. Just know who he is.
Quincy Brown is the one holding Gannon for all the money? And you didn't tell me. So 3 weeks now, you've known who has my son.
Someone was following us. There was this pregnant lady. So I agreed to help the pregnant lady. And I realized she's not pregnant once she gets in the car. I just was supposed to walk in Petco, look around, be normal, go drop this lady off somewhere.
She told you to walk into Petco?
She forced me. It's just being caught up in the wrong place at the wrong time with people who are money laundering, wanting me to deliver paper to these Mexican restaurants, and you're supposed to get packages back from them. And I wouldn't do it.
You want me to believe you, but I feel like you're just telling me something to make me feel better about Gannon missing. Kind of like the Quincy Brown thing. I mean, now it's a pregnant lady with cash in her belly.
I'm innocent. What is wrong with you?
What's wrong is my son's missing and you keep lying to me, okay? That's what's wrong. Okay, fine. Give me my son back. Tell the truth. Give me my son back.
I don't have him.
Where's he at then?
You're ridiculous.
Who has him? You haven't answered not one of my questions. You're not doing nothing but lying to me and sending me in a different direction than what you know is the truth.
Things took a turn around for the worse for Letitia when the officers conducted forensics in her family residence. Although she did a good job in trying to hide the evidence of her crime, the officers found evidence that indicated that Gannon probably never left the home, or at least while alive. The investigators found evidence of bloodstains under the boy's mattress, carpet, and on the walls in his room. In addition, a neighbor's CCTV had also captured Letitia with Gannon, who appeared to be very weak around the time his stepmom claimed he'd left the residence. Armed with this new evidence, the officers moved in to arrest her and begun a whole new attempt at getting her to tell them where she had hidden her stepson, or at least what was left of him.
Do you know why you're here? Did they inform you why you're under arrest? Yes.
Well, I'm getting charged with what now?
We found enough, you call it probable cause, for a warrant to be issued.
Okay, a warrant for what though?
It was for
what murder?
Gannon stuff.
So Gannon is murdered.
That's what the evidence shows.
Okay.
There's a lot of stories out there. So if someone truly took Gannon, though, we need to know the real story because you put out quite a few different stories. I don't think you intended to hurt Gannon at all. Something bad happened in his room.
No.
If you didn't do it, and it helps me find Gannon.
I didn't do it.
Okay, well then help me find out who did.
Who did what?
That to Gannon in his room.
Done what to Gannon in his room?
There's a pool of blood in the corner.
Okay.
That's Gannon's blood.
Where do you think that I had any involvement with Gannon, and where did he go?
You're the last adult with him. You told a lot of lies.
Realizing that she was a smart one, the detective tried to act friendly with her and actually got her to relax and open up. And for a moment, it seemed as if the interrogation technique was working, at least until Letitia got a grip of herself again. But no matter how smart she tried to be, the detective had a mountain of evidence against her and was ready to checkmate her at every possible turn.
If you can point me to a different person, then I can help you. If you trusted me to talk to me, you would tell me where Gannon is right now.
I don't know where Gannon
is. You do. If you would have told police the very first night that he was taken forcibly, everything would have been different. Here I even have what you entered in your phone. The stuff that you've entered and deleted, like blood is spurting from an arterial bleed, direct pressure not controlling.
Do what? I didn't look this up.
Somebody did from your phone. I don't like my stepson.
No.
I don't like my stepson. Should I get a divorce? How to get blood out of sheets.
Out of sheets?
Mm-hmm. If you did something bad to Gannon, could you ever admit it?
What? I didn't do anything bad to Gannon.
Right now, you're the last person with Gannon.
I don't do bad things to people. I don't.
I don't think you do bad things to people.
I don't do bad things to anyone, and I didn't do anything bad to Gannon. Why would I hurt our child? I had everything in the world. Why? I have no motive. None.
Although Letitia claimed not to have any idea what had happened to her stepson, a recording that she made on her phone revealed the contrary. From the recording, it was clear that the boy was unfortunate to have Letitia as a stepmother, shedding a great insight into the kind of relationship they had with each other.
Gannon, I promise this is the last time I'm going to ask you. I'm just freaked out, okay? Are you sure you didn't do it on purpose?
He did it.
Okay, we promise. We promise.
On purpose.
Pinky promise.
Pinky.
We're going to have to sell stuff to fix it, okay? So we figure out what we got to sell. We can sell the sofa. We can sell whatever. Because we got to get it fixed, so lady, don't be mad at us and kick us out of the house. Okay? You got it? You got it?
I'm just worried about my bird.
Okay, shh. Listen.
At this point, the officers were nearly certain that Letitia had a hand in Gannon's disappearance. But unfortunately, she continued to maintain her innocence without revealing what exactly happened to him. Unknown to the investigating officers, they would find their answers in a suitcase thrown under a bridge 1,300 miles away, and in another heartbreaking call made to them by some bridge inspectors.
We were inspecting the bridge, found that suitcase down there, decided we'd open it to see if anything was in it. Body rolled out, along with what appears to be a comforter.
Further investigations revealed that Letitia had rented a van and drove about 1,300 miles to dispose of the suitcase which contained the body of her stepson. But it only gets more. Autopsy records reveal that the body was pierced about 17 times and severely hit in the head about 4 times before being. The bullet was traced to a firearm belonging to Letitia. Hydrocodone was also found in his body, a discovery which explained why Gannon was seen so lethargic in the CCTV footage from the neighbor on the day he went missing. It was after these discoveries that she was officially charged with taking her stepson's life, tampering with a deceased human body, and tampering with evidence. During her trial, she tried to put up a defense of insanity, but this was eventually struck down considering the nature of the crime and the very careful attempts to conceal it. On May the 8th, 2023, she was found guilty of first-degree and sentenced to life in prison. Unlike the others, Harana took matters differently, panicking and turning violent when her teenage son called her out for her awful behavior. It was clear she couldn't handle a taste of her own medicine.
You can't stop.
I know my rights.
Now you're under arrest.
Now you're under arrest
for disorderly conduct.
Y'all better get arrested too for going in some of my house without a warrant.
Yeah, I think they bit me hard as heck.
Huh?
They bit me like really hard.
On April 28, 2024, officers received a call from a teenager who reported that his mother had assaulted him. Upon arrival, the mother, Viviana, immediately confronted the cops, taking the situation completely off the rails.
Where's your husband at?
I don't got no husband.
Who are you arguing with?
I don't know.
We got a call that there was a lot of screaming, yelling, and fighting.
Which one is Christopher?
He's done. Him, my son.
Christopher, come talk to me.
Man, he don't got no full No. I said no.
558 Peter, you can open the channel.
I said no. I'm the mom.
You know, you can't stop me from talking. No, you can't.
He's not a teenager. He ain't got no Man, no. I'll talk to you guys.
Oh, I got
it. Man, no.
Christopher, call, and I want to talk to you. Come talk to me. All right.
Go ahead.
Where's this thing at?
I know my work.
How did you get that mark? How did you get that mark on your face? Huh?
No.
Excuse me?
One of my sisters wants to talk.
Okay, when did that happen?
Or like 2 hours ago.
Okay, come around and talk to me.
Hell no. Man, te digo que no está. Man, they put him no. He already got the break.
This is a fist over here?
Yeah.
This is locked open. All right, what's going on, man?
All right, so I don't know where he went, but it was,
right.
his hands on my mom, and I got kind of pissed off, and I could tell that he was doing a little bit too much.
If you come out here, you're gonna get arrested.
Yeah, no,
okay.
Stop, dude. I'm
my son.
Stop.
Okay, you can't stop.
I know my rights. I know my rights.
No, you don't know your rights.
It's all right.
You don't know your rights. You don't know your rights.
If he wants to speak to him, he can.
Okay, no, Chris.
Yeah.
All right, so tell me what happened.
All right, so he was putting her hands on my mom, and I was trying to get him to chill out, but he was not.
Come here, come on.
I was trying to get him to stop.
Okay.
I was trying to get him to stop, but he would not stop.
Okay.
He was like, they were arguing back and forth. My mom tried to stop. My mom tried to stop him, and if you were to catch him somewhere, he's wearing, I don't know, I forgot what he was wearing.
Okay, are they married?
No.
Do they have any kids or anything like that together?
No.
Okay, does he live here or anything like that?
I mean, technically, he kind of, yeah, technically he does. He's not on
What do you
lease.
mean?
He wasn't on the lease.
Chris, don't do that.
Yeah, calm down.
Chris.
They're gonna arrest you. Calm down. Go back in the house.
Yo le puse las manos
¿Y tus hijos? ¿Y tus hijos?
Hey, Chris.
Yeah.
A mí le van a llevar, yo le puse las manos primero, a él le van a llevar por años. Por años. Don't do that, Chris. Man, hey.
Yeah.
Man, first of all, you can't put my hands on me.
Stop.
Mijo, please, I'm telling you, mijo, se lo van a llevar.
So he's not on the lease. Why do you have this here?
My siblings.
What, you guys playing or something?
Yeah, I think they bit me hard as heck.
Huh?
They bit me like really hard.
She knew her son was going to expose her awful acts to the cops, so she got aggressive in an attempt to shut him up. She had no idea that it was time to pay for her terrible actions towards her son. There was nothing that could stop the kid at that moment.
How old is your siblings?
There's one that's 5, 6, or 7. They're gonna
Yo le puse las manos primero. Él no merece eso, mijo.
Stop yelling.
I don't give
Stop
a what you say.
Stop yelling.
Oh, because they don't know anything.
Okay. Ma'am, if you keep yelling, you're going to jail.
I don't give a
For disorderly conduct.
out of here. You don't know. I know my rights.
Yeah, stop.
Man, okay.
Okay, so you guys were playing or something?
Yeah.
Okay, so who broke the window here?
I did. What you say?
Hey, hey, if she don't calm down, put her in cuffs. Put her in cuffs. Put her in cuffs. Ben, hook her up.
Okay, so you
Have a
can't
seat.
touch me.
Have a
You
seat.
can't touch
Have a
me.
seat.
You can't
Have a seat.
Hey,
have a seat down there. Okay. You're under arrest.
Don't
Now you're under arrest.
Now you're under arrest for disorderly conduct.
Resisting.
touch you. I don't touch you.
Stop.
I don't f***ing touch you. I didn't touch nobody.
Fine. Yeah, put her in your car.
From under arrest for what?
Disorderly conduct. We have people standing outside and you're out here yelling, screaming. That's disorderly conduct.
What?
You're under arrest.
All right, just stop touching me like that.
Okay, I'm not touching you, ma'am. I'm leading you to the car. Stop.
Stop touching me like that. You're hurting me.
Well,
You're hurting me.
Hey, what's
You're hurting me. You're hurting me.
What is your name?
You're hurting me.
What is
You're hurting me.
911 in custody of
You can't touch me. I want a woman. I want a
Ma'am,
woman.
stop.
I want a woman to No, don't touch me.
Stop.
I need a woman to search me. Hey, you can't put me in front. Put me in front. Because I don't see no camera.
We both have body cameras on, ma'am.
Where?
Right
What's your
here.
name?
This is what the small kids you was playing with, or who? Come on, man, tell me the truth. Who hit you? Did that dude hit you?
No, what? Hell no.
Okay.
Hell no. No, hell no. He's my cousin.
All right, he's not in there. Is he in there? He's not in the house?
No, I probably saw everything I love on my dead grandpa. He walked away this way.
Okay. He said they say he walked away. He said he left and went that way. So.
We'll have to clear it, make sure.
All right. Who else is in the house right now? Your siblings?
Yeah.
So call them out.
They're they're chilling right now. They're in the garage all together.
Everybody. He said, who's in the house right now?
No one.
Nobody? Okay. Who broke the window? Her.
But she was just
What did she do? She threw at somebody?
She tried to throw at him. It was like a little. All
right, we're going to your house and clear your house and make sure that it's okay. Okay. All right, let's go. Yeah, all your younger brothers and sisters outside in the garage. Okay. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and clear the house.
Why don't you guys just have a seat on the porch?
We'll be right back.
What's your name?
Officer Benvenuto, stop.
What's your name? What's your name?
Since she wasn't ready to remain calm, the officers decided to detain her. However, despite being in handcuffs, Veriana continued acting aggressively, even in jail.
You're gonna make it harder for yourself.
Well, why? Why? Because you're talking to us.
Is there anything in your bra at all?
No.
Okay.
You don't touch me. I want a woman.
I'm gonna check with the outside of my. Listen.
I want a woman.
I'm gonna check with the outside of my.
And it's on video, okay?
Okay. Well, they're searching me on video.
And we have the right to search you, ma'am.
I can't put you in the car without searching you.
God, to search me that. Why are you having anybody touching me like that?
Ficus, I'll grab your stuff. I already did. Let me move your back. Let me move your stuff.
Can I get your name, officer?
I will give it to you when we get to the jail.
That's fine. That's fine. You guys just went inside my house without one. You know that, right?
Okay. Like my partner explained, we don't have to. Okay. I'm not gonna listen. I'm not gonna argue with it. Okay. So if you know the law, then you know the law.
I know my law. You guys just went inside my house and you didn't give me your name and I got arrested for battery. For what?
What's your name?
For what?
What's your name?
What's your
Okay.
What's your name? They just went inside my house like that? And you know you're right. Why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? You know, you guys don't even have a person in your restaurant. That's how you can sit there and act like real tough. For what?
Like, give me a list of red t-shirt with Leslie what's on.
I want your name. Doing all this and you know you guys are wrong. What's your name?
Step out.
What's your name?
Step out.
I'm stepping out until I get your name, officer. You guys went inside my house without a warrant.
If you know the law, then
I know my law. There was no reason for you guys to go inside my house.
Listen.
That's fine. Can I get your name,
Yep,
officer?
it's Ficus 669.
669.
It'll be on all the paperwork. Step out.
669. I got. I'm going. 669. What is it again?
669.
What
It's
is
gonna
your
be
name?
on all the paper. I
What's
just
your name?
told you.
No. Can you repeat your name for me?
No.
Why not? Alright, you guys just know that, right? What that I want. You guys know that, right?
Stop.
669. What that I want. And I can't even get your name again. Why? What's the
I've already
reason?
told you it's gonna be on the paper. I'm not going back and forth with you. Officers already explained why you're
so
going
that you guys can go inside my house with that I want. So you
I'm not
guys
arguing
can
this
get
yet.
it. Okay,
Enough.
that's fine. I know my rights. That's fine.
Okay, then take it out.
I can be drinking. Yeah, I was drinking. 669, right? What the f*** looking at?
I gotta figure out what her charges are. I'll let you know if she's
They
staying
ain't
in her
no
body.
charges. Y'all getting charged for me before I do. Y'all fucking run inside my
I don't know.
You don't know her.
She won't give me anything.
We tried a fast ID.
I'll figure out what charges and all this stuff. I gotta talk to the guys on scene.
I know. Y'all better get arrested too for going inside my motherfucking house with that warrant.
She was eventually booked into jail and charged with disorderly conduct and resisting or obstructing an officer.